And hello, hello, good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon. Wherever you are tuning in from, welcome. This is Work Time with Dr. Wood. And I am so excited that you're here. It's been an interesting day for me. I had a lot of things going on, but glad that you're here. And glad that you have taken the time to join us for this another episode of Q4 Winning Moves. You know, as we have been going through this series, I've been excited to see all of the comments, all of the messages that I've gotten for people who are getting benefit from the shows that we are doing. And if you believe it or not, we are on show number 37. That's right, show number 37. Last night we did show number 36, and we're in show number 37 of Q4 Winning Moves, behaviors to help succeed in Q4, in the fourth quarter, y'all. And we're learning specifically strategies and techniques for navigating the year-end sprint to success. And today is no exception. Today we are working and we are talking about continuing our series, the mini series within the series on problem solving. And in this episode, we're going to talk about differentiating between symptoms of a problem and the root cause of a problem, right? Because those are important distinctions that we want to make. And so it's a simple concept that we'll go through tonight, but very important as we continue our trek into problem solving. And you know, we've done 2 or 3 shows already on problem solving, and we're just adding to that list. Why are we talking about Q4, the fourth quarter? We're talking about Q4 because many of us, many of you, and me as well, we've had this process that we've gone through over the last couple of years, constructing and sitting down and looking at creating goals. Right? We've gone through the SMART goals, and we have this list, and we have these projects that we want to do, and we're projecting into the year. And the beginning of this year, you may have started, right, with a good clip. You buckled down, you did what you're supposed to do, and you actually have been reaping the benefits of being consistent, delivering quality, and being engaged, right? So you're getting the benefits of that. But here in the fourth quarter, sometimes we get a little relaxed and we get a little tired. And so you may find yourself in that situation right now. There are others who had some ideas about what they wanted to do within this year, and the year got ahead of you. The year got away from you. And you did not proceed. You did not expand. You did not grow the way you thought you were going to grow. In fact, you may not have even gotten started on the process. Q4 is for you. Or if you were in the process, you started out with that big push and you were making it through the year, and something happened that derailed you. Some resource that you needed, some illness within the family, some financial requirement, something that took you off course, and you stopped during the year. Q4 is for you as well. And so what I want to convince you of is that in Q4, in the fourth quarter, this is not a time to kind of throw our hands up in surrender. This is not the time when we want to say, okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll start again next year. This quarter, we still have a few weeks within this quarter, within this month, that we can be successful. That's right. You can be successful. It's kind of like those games, right? So if you're in sports, right? Basketball game, football game. We're playing baseball, right? Whatever your sport is. Football, for those of you who are out of the country, right? Soccer, as we call it here. So whatever game you are playing, whatever team you're on, in the fourth quarter, y'all, we buckle down. I just came tonight from a basketball game my son was playing, and as we got into the fourth quarter, the coach was yelling, "All right, now let's focus, let's do it, right? Let's engage, right? This is the final quarter, let's do it." And that's what I want to convince you of, that in the fourth quarter, there are behaviors that we can begin putting in place that could still help us to be successful in this quarter. And it can set us up to be successful into the new year, because success in the new year doesn't begin at day one of the new year. It begins here in this quarter. And so we've been going through and we've been spending some time talking about those techniques, talking about the things that we can do and things that we need to do as we are attempting to be successful in the quarter. And tonight, we continue our trek into problem solving. And specifically, we want to do a differentiation between symptoms of a problem, and the root cause of a problem. So what is a symptom and what is the root cause? Okay. And you'll see it there, right? So when we're talking about differentiating, right, we want to understand the difference, and the difference is crucial. Addressing only symptoms often leads to temporary fixes, whereas when we talk about addressing the root cause, that leads to more permanent changes. It leads to the solutions being more robust. So as we're looking at that, that's what we want to do. We want to talk about, okay, what are the symptoms and what are the root causes? And so the symptom is the thing that you see. And we'll do a couple of examples here in a minute. So symptom is, the internet is down. That's the symptom. Right? You come in one morning and like we came in we came in last week, I think it was, and our internet was spotty, and then it finally went down. So that was the symptom. And what we found out later on was that another company was laying their fiber in the same area, right? Because those things kind of run together. And they nicked the line for our service provider. And so the signal was spotty. We had some intermittent connectivity, and then finally it went down, right? So the symptom was the internet is down, and the root cause was what? Root cause was, them nicking the line. So those are different things, right? So if we are talking about the symptom, right, what we could have done is we had Wi-Fi, right? So we had phones, we had tablets, right? And so we were connecting to the cellular service. And so we did that. I did that, connected to the cellular service, but it was slow, y'all, slow, right? So treating the symptom, so we got some internet back, but it was not a permanent solution. So when we picked up the phone and we called and we said, hey guys, what's going on? And they sent a technician out, and they came and they did some work in the area. And so they restored our internet. So that treating the root cause was a more permanent and a more robust solution to our problem, right? So symptom is what you're seeing, and the root cause are those things that led to the symptom. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's hop over and let's do a couple of examples, right? So here is an example from a business case study. So consider a business, right, experiencing declining satisfaction, right? So they're doing surveys and they're finding out, hey, things are not, customers are not satisfied. They're not happy about what's going on. So the symptom is a declining satisfaction score, right? So they got this number. Hey, we've been doing these surveys and all of a sudden our score has dropped. But what is causing it, right? So what is the cause for it? It could be service quality, right? That could be a root cause. It could be a product issue, or it could be something else. It could be that your office is cold all the time. So people come in and they're freezing. Or it could be that you instituted a new policy for patient or client customer intake. It could be that you rearranged the store, and so now things are not as convenient as they used to be. Right? The symptom is the customers are not satisfied, but the root cause is the thing that's leading to it. So you see the difference there? Okay. So that's an example from a business standpoint. How about a personal? Well, how about a personal one? Right? So on a personal level, think about consistent fatigue. So you're always tired. The symptom is tiredness. That's what we see. But the question is, what caused it? What's causing the symptom? And the root cause could be a lot of different things, right? So poor sleep patterns, some nutritional deficiencies, so high stress. All of those are causes. And so we will, as we go through our discussion, as we come back and we're dealing with more problem solving and problem analysis, right, which is a big component of what we want to delve into, right? We'll explore how addressing the root cause is more effective than just treating the symptom. Okay, so symptom versus root cause, symptom versus root cause. And we want to make sure that we're addressing those in a particular area, particular process. Okay, and so you've heard me talk, and you've seen on the screen as we've done these last shows about problem solving, some techniques, right? So techniques for root cause analysis, because our show last night we talked about how do we identify what the problem is, right? You remember that? Go back and watch that show from last night. But here are some examples of ways that we can analyze and come up with solution. The 5 whys. That's a one. I think that's one of the first ones that we're going to cover as we continue in our shows. The fishbone diagrams, and then the root cause mapping. So all of those are ways that we can begin to analyze a situation, right? One of the ones that I really want to delve into, that we'll talk about, and we may, in this series, we may not do it, but I may do a different show, is a SWOT analysis, right? I just think that is an amazing one. And, I've been talking to various people as to what they do in their businesses, in their particular arena. Sometimes people are doing a SWOT analysis, but they don't know, they don't understand that that's what they're doing. Okay, and we'll come back and we'll define what all that is. But here are some simple techniques, right? And this is not an exhaustive list. What I want to do as we talk about these techniques that we're putting in place, right? These behaviors, right? Here, right? Remember, we said we educate, we empower, and we encourage to take charge of your health, take charge of your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. And that is part of what we do here, right? It's part of what we do. In fact, that's what our shirt says. Let me pop over here so I can pull that up. All right, so that's what our shirt says. Let me pull this out of the way. Right? So we educate, we empower, and we encourage. Right? So I'm so excited that I got these, right? So it says down there, powered by Dwain Woode, MD. Right? And so you guys may see this, and you may have seen it as you've seen a lot of our shorts, right? So this is what we say. This is what we do. This is what we believe. The things that we do on the channel all stem from this concept. Right. This is the triple, as JP Hightech coined for me, the triple E formula for success: education, empowerment, and encouragement. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this! Woohoo! I'm so excited. Look, Shawana, what's up, Shawana? She said, "Hi, Dr. Woode. Glad to make a live special work edition. So glad that you are here." And thank you for commenting. Shawana commented on our show that we did on Monday. Really appreciate it. That was a model for reversing diabetes. Thank you for coming through and doing that. Okay. So tonight, Shawana, we were just talking about the difference between symptoms of a problem and the root cause of a problem. So in this series, this mini series within our series, we've been talking about problem solving, right? And so tonight, that's what we just discussed, differentiating symptoms from the root cause. And so the symptoms are those things that we see. The internet is down. Our finances are not where we want them to be. The house is a mess. The blood sugars are not being controlled, right? So all of those things are symptoms, but they're not the root cause. One of the things I do, and this is probably a great place to have this discussion, because one of the things that I do in my office is I talk to patients about what's going on with their disease, what's going on with their diabetes, what's going on with their thyroid, their fatigue. And often people think that the thing that they're seeing, right, is the cause. So I say, hey, what's going on? My blood sugars are high. And they stop there. Well, the blood sugars are high, that is only a symptom. Well, what's causing that? And so we dig deeper and we find out, hey, blood sugars are higher, because I'm not sleeping well. Blood sugars are higher because I'm stressed and I'm eating more. Blood sugars are higher because I hurt my knee and I'm not exercising anymore as I used to. Blood sugars are higher, and so various reasons. And so, but the symptom is the high blood sugar. But what is the root cause? And so treating the root cause gives us a more robust, gives us a more exciting, gives us a more permanent solution to our situation. All right. So that's it. That's what we've been talking about tonight. Shawana, thank you for being here. And now, we're going to go and we're going to do our work. So hopefully if you're out there, you brought your work with you. As you know, we do a little teaching at the beginning and then we do some work time so that you can begin learning to put on your calendar, set an alarm to have time when you are actually working, when you're doing the things that you need to do to be successful, right? We're talking about Q for success, and the techniques and the strategies that we're learning are applicable through all aspects of our life, y'all. So it doesn't matter what domain you're in. You can apply the time management, the prioritization, the problem-solving skills that we're learning. All of this can be applied in various domains in your life. So don't just think that because we're talking about a business technique, or that we're talking about a scientific technique, or that we're talking about a relational technique, that it cannot be applied. It can be extrapolated to various domains, and in fact, a lot of the domains that you may have in your life. Okay? All right. So before we hop over to our work time, let me please encourage you, if you've not done so yet, to go over to our to our YouTube channel. And you'll see just a host of things, videos that we have in that space. We are continuing to expand, continue to expand our repertoire. Right now, 576 videos on various aspects of health, personal growth, personal development, time management, diabetes, thyroid, diets. All of that you can find there on the YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed yet, please do that. Copy the link, send it to a family member, send it to a friend. Let them know that we are continuing to build our community. And you'll see there we have a little bit over 3,500 subscribers. I would love if you're not one of them, for you to also subscribe, because as we grow, we get better together. And then also get over to our website, and that is Dwain Woode MD. On the website, there are various offerings that we have. We have an online course called the Unmasking the Sweet Truth About Sugar. Unmasking the Sweet Truth About Sugar, and you see that there on the screen. And that is a That is a self-paced course that we have developed, and you can sign up for that on the website. If you would like to work with me on a more personal level and have me be a coach in whichever area you are struggling, right? A lot of people struggle with health, particularly at this time of the year, right? So the new year is coming. So this idea of new year, new you, new year, new me, right? In our church, I think a couple of years ago, that was our motto: new year, new me, new year's new you. Set ourselves up for success as we move into the new year. There are two things, y'all. There are two things that we have that are our most valuable possession, and that is our time and our health. Here in this Q4 Winning Moves, we've been talking about techniques to become more efficient and more successful with our time. But that does not negate the fact that we need to also do some things for our health. And you can do that by getting over to the website and signing up for our next level coaching. You'll also see our podcast. And for those of you who may not do YouTube, or you're traveling and you want to do that because you can't watch it, right? You can get to our podcast there. And just last week or week before, we celebrated having our 100th episode on our podcast platform. Okay, you can go ahead and watch that. And then, of course, our blog, which you will find Dr. Woode's blog. And so just a whole myriad of topics that are related to our health and related to the things that we do here on the channel. All right. Well, with that said, let's go ahead and, Shawana, if you got your stuff out there, you got your work, let's go ahead and get that done. We will mute and we'll play some music and do some work, and then we'll come back and we'll talk. So if you want to put in the chat what you're doing, I am going to be working on two things I want to do tonight as I get into my work. I have to continue some designing for the new year. Okay, so if you watch me on my shorts, you'll see that a lot of my shorts, like every month or every couple of months, I change the graphics. Like last month was Diabetes Awareness Month, so all of the shorts for Diabetes Awareness Month had a certain look. So I'm working to design some of those as we get into the new year. We're going to be redesigning also the graphics that go with this show, and so that I'm still continuing to work on that. I have some things that I tried. I didn't quite like how they were, but anyway, so I'm going to be doing some of that tonight as we get into the work. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get our behind the scenes and let's mute, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you and hear you in just a little bit.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize you don't know what's coming down. I got you hypnotized. Take a real close look now. I'm going to show you how. I'm about to get down. So keep it up right now. So keep it up. So keep it up with me. I need to move. I need to feel the beat. Don't be a fool. You wanna hang with me. Life isn't easy. You gotta roll the dice. You wanna change. Join the paradise. So bring it on if you wanna hang with me. Alright.
All right, all right. So you guys heard a little bit of I was doing some editing, and so one of the videos started playing. So that's what you heard there in the background, just a little snippet of it. I was creating a short. All right, so Shawana, yeah, so Shawana says she is looking forward to seeing the graphics that we have for the show. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited about using those. And you were asking about a software that you can use um, for your agenda. And so, and I have no ties to Notion, but that's what I use. And I actually did a show on. I did an episode way back when on using Notion. So it's on the channel. If you go back and you watch that, you'll see. It was a simple example, but there are templates that you can use for various things. So I use it as my organizer. I use it as um, I have my to-do list in there. I have things I'm learning. Let me see if I could pull that up and show you guys real quickly. Let me see. I don't have any. Okay, yeah, I can do it. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so let me do that really quickly. Let's see. Let's do this one. See if that's a good view. Let's get this guy out of there. All right, so this is my okay. There we go. My guy's gone. All right. He's back. So this is what my Notion looks like. This is my homepage. You can't see on the sides. Let me see if I can show you a little bigger view. Let's try this one. Okay, yeah. So you see on the side of it's organized based on the different aspects of my life, I guess, if you would say. My Diabetes and Endocrine Wellness Center, that's my office. Dwain Woode MD, stuff I'm learning, how-tos, my live show. So I've got stuff in there, products that we are developing. And so I just have the things I use most often, and is this area right here. Okay, so these are my daily tasks, and I create little. There are little cards that I can do. Let me do this really quickly. I'm gonna take this off the screen for a minute, and come back to this one, and let's see if I can get in there. Today is the 7th. So let's make that change. Well, you know what I'll do is I will just make. I was trying to take out some personal stuff from in there, but let me do this. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to make a temporary one. How about that? So that way I don't have to go through and clear up all the... Because I didn't intend to do this, right? But hey, this is what happens on the live. This is what happens on the live. Let's see, the 7th. Okay, so here we are. So let's go back here. So this is what so these little cards, and so if I click on one of those little cards, then that comes up, and I can create a to-do list. So let's see, what do we want to do? What do we? Oh yeah, we're buy present for Christmas party. All right, so we have a Christmas party coming up. I've got to redo network cable for room 4. So in our office, one of the rooms, the network cable is down. I mentioned that the network, the internet was down. Well, we had some issues in the office as well, right? So root cause analysis we need to do there. What else? Finish graphics for 2024. All right. So anyway, so those are some task lists that I'm doing. In here, I can also do something interesting. So if I hit the slash, I can create a page, right? And so within this page, I can do things like, so this will be my agenda for, December 7th, 2024. Okay, and then, number 1, opening thought. 2, let's say, finance report. Number 3, strategies for first quarter for customer engagement. Engagement. I think that's about right. Okay. So now, look at this. So here's my to-do list, right? And I've got some things that I'm there, my to-do list. I've created a page here, and within that page, that's my agenda. So that's all on, October or December the 7th. I can say there's a document that I want to attach. I can do that. And let's see, let's go choose a document. And let's see, what do we have here? Hopefully there's nothing crazy that you guys will see. Let's see. Okay, actually, here's the show. Here's the show that I'm doing right now, that I did today. So I'm going to attach the outline for that. All right, so I just attached that document. And so within this card that I've just created for today, I've got my to-do list at the top. I've got a document that I'm creating here for my agenda. I've got a document that I want to share. And then I can take this entire thing and I can actually share it. So if I click on here, I could share it with people. Okay, I can invite people to comment. I can invite them to, collaborate with me. And then here's the part I like. So if I look at my daily tasks, right? So there is, this is the so which one So this is the one that we're working on right now. And so when I'm done, when today is over, I can go here and I can say archive, and I click the archive button, and then it disappears. Isn't that cool? I love it. So anyway, so I like Notion, as you guys can tell. So it is a very powerful piece of software, and there are people are always making templates for it. That's what I like about it, because if I don't have, if there's a template or something that I want to do, and I don't want to take the time to create it, I can go and there's a template directory, and people are always making templates for it. I can actually go download those templates and customize them for myself. So very, very interesting stuff. Cool. All right. See, that's what happens when you're on the live, Shawana. You get to run the show. She said, "Do you do your daily agendas in the morning before work?" So I do my agenda in a different way. Well, several ways, but the main thing that I do is I do what's called bookending. So at night, before I go to bed, I figure out well, I have my card, just like that card I just created. I have my card for today, and I create the card for tomorrow. Right, so I have the one from today, and I create the one from tomorrow. And the way I create the one for tomorrow, I just duplicate the one from today, and all the things that I've done today that remember the check boxes that are there, then those are gone. And so the only things that are left on that list are the things that haven't been done, right? So remember, we did a show on prioritization, and so I've got, I don't know, whatever number of to-do lists that I've created. Those are on the list, and if they're not done, then they get transferred to the card for tomorrow. And so that's how I start, and I do that at nighttime. So, and then I go in and I say, okay, what additional things did I need to add? So in the morning when I get up now, I go to my cards, and anything that I may have forgotten, anything that may have come up, I look at an email and I have to add something, then that goes on my to-do list. And then I prioritize those. So the things that get done most often, remember we did the show on the Eisenhower priority matrix. The things that should get done are the urgent and important things. The things that are important but not urgent, I schedule later. The things that are urgent but not important, then I delegate those. And the things that are not urgent and not important, they get taken off. Right? So that's how I do. So I do bookending. And then before I leave the office, I do what's called a brain dump. So I have a little template, and this one I use another piece of software that's called Day One. And so Day One also allows you to do different templates. And let's see if I have any craziness in here. Okay. So let me pull up just a blank template. Okay, so this is my Day One, and so this is a template that I created. And so basically what it helps me do is take stuff out of my brain. Okay, what decisions are on your mind, right? So what decisions may I have had for that day or for tomorrow or just in general, whether it's business related, whether it's personal related, personal life. Who is on your mind, right? So it's usually somebody on my mind if there's a decision. Did you have any successes today? And I put that one in there specifically because what I used to do when I did the brain dump is I used to list all of the negative things. Oh, well, I didn't make this decision. I didn't like that decision I make. I didn't, this person who was a problem for me today was on that list. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't want this to just be all the bad things. And so then I added, did I have any successes? And I find that when I did that, it actually made the process of doing the brain dump even more beneficial, right? Because then I'm now recording some of the things that may not have captured before, right? So any successes, anything on your mind that we should know about, right? And so that can be, in that section, I usually just ramble. So I'll say things like, oh man, I didn't get to go for my walk this morning. Or I wish I had, silly things sometimes, I wish I hadn't cut that video so short, or I should have done this with a particular patient, or I should have, those types of things will go in that section. And so that's basically my brain dump. And I do that at the end of the day before I leave the office, because what I want to do is, as I am transitioning from work to home, and I have a place when I'm driving, when I pass a certain milestone on my drive, my brain says, okay, this is the threshold. You think about all the stuff from today up until this point, and when you reach this point, okay, now my brain starts thinking about, okay, home, right? So I make that transition, and the brain dump helps me to do that, because I'm taking all those things out of my mind. Okay, all right. So that's how I, Shawana, that's probably a little bit more than you than you anticipated. But that's how I kind of organize my day. That's the overall tone of my day, how I set my day up, and then within the day, of course, there are things that are scheduled. So pretty much my day is defined by my clinic. So the start time for the clinic, the end time for the clinic, the number of patients we've scheduled. And then within that, I have meetings that I may have to go to. In the evenings, I do most of my, if I have a client that I need to coach, if I have a meeting at church, if there's a program that I need to go lend my support to, I'll do that. If my wife has a meeting that I have to go to because she's in some organizations, if I have a talk that I have to give, so I'll do that there. And so that's why when you see me here in this space, it tends to be a little later, right? Because my day is usually pretty well defined, and so a lot of what I do here is in the evening. So okay. Oh, and Shawana says, thank you, and thank you for the example. You are so welcome. And then she said, got it. I remember seeing a show on bookending and Notion. I'll go back and, yeah, there you go. Awesome. All right. Okay, well, let's get back to our work. We got to play a couple more songs. Got to finish something up here, and then we will get out of here and get to bed, and so we can get up tomorrow. Right? So here we go, y'all.
already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
All right, all right. Be free, y'all. Be free. All right, so it is that time. I am just so excited that I have been able to hang out with you. If you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and put replay in the comments. And, you know, this is a perfect opportunity for you to use what I'm doing, what we're doing here, to set some work time, okay? That's what we're doing. You got to have some time, and whatever the work is, right? I mean, I'm using the word work, but whatever the thing is that you need to be doing, right? Whether you're using this as an exercise time, using this to get your productivity better, right? Because remember, we talked about the two things. We talked about time and health, and we're going to make sure that we are optimizing our time and that we're taking care of our health. So go ahead, if you haven't been here with the live, go ahead and put hashtag replay. And still, you can use this as a space that you turn the video on, you listen to the little teaching that we do at the beginning, and you can use the rest of the time to do work. Okay, so as you're listening to the music, and even as you're listening to, for example, the example that we did tonight for Shawana. So make sure that you are using that. And there are, let me get back over here, y'all. So this is episode number 37, right? So that means that there are 37 episodes that we have done to date. And each one of those you can use for your work time, okay? So you got over a month's worth, right? So you can do your work time every day for 37 days, And so if you're not catching us on the live, you can do that on the replay. I'd love for you to be here on the live because we have fun here on the live, as you saw. All right. Just a reminder, if you've not been over to the YouTube channel, please make sure you do that. Subscribe, like, share. Let us know that you are there. If you see us out in the social space, make sure you say hello. You can catch us. You can find us on our social media space, Dwain Woode MD. Dwain Woode MD is our handle, and you'll see that coming up there on the screen in just a minute. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. We're even streaming right now on Twitch, right? So you can get over there and you can see that as well. And then always, I want to encourage you, if you've not been to our website, lots of good information that's out there. Dwain Woode MD. Dwain Woode MD is the website, and everything from our blog that is out there talking about healthier. For instance, we got things associated with our health, things associated with time, so healthier alternatives to popular processed foods, right? How to understand the role of food in our bodies, and how it helps to manage chronic disease, intermittent fasting, the ancient practice with modern benefits. What are you passionate about? Building good habits. So just a whole host of things that are out there. And then, of course, podcast, as I mentioned, if you are traveling, if you want to listen, all of those are things that you can find on our YouTube channel. And if you feel like you're stuck, if you are not sure what change you need to make, and you know you need to make a change, you can get out to the website and you can sign up for our next level coaching program by clicking sign up for coaching. All right. So that is a wrap, y'all. This is where I get to thank you for coming through, and thank you for being here. Always, I appreciate when you stop by. Shawana, thank you for being with us tonight. And Shawana said, lots of fun. Thank you, Dr. Woode. Have a good night. And that is a perfect segue for me to say, hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology, y'all. Here on the channel, we educate, we empower, and we encourage you to take charge of your health, take charge of your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level, creating the life you've always wanted. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night in our next show. If you're not here tomorrow night, we will see you on Monday for our show, our live show, 7 p.m. Central. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Bye-bye.